The story begins with our protagonist Basara Tojo and his father Jin eating their food when his father recalls Basara's wish for a little sister when he was 10, but Basara does not remember anything. He presents the good news that he has 2 little sisters. They are waiting for his stepsisters from his father's remarriage at the hotel. Basara becomes nervous and goes to clean his face. Basara inadvertently encounters Mio Naruse in a restroom. She was about to shout when Basara covers her mouth with his hand to stop her from shouting. She gets pissed off and slaps him. Later at the table, Mio and Maria Naruse are introduced to Basara by his father as his new pair of little sisters. There is a sketch of Mio's hand on Basara's face, which his father believes is because he is blushing after seeing his new sisters. Chihaya-san is the mother of 2 girls, and she is out of the country for business. The next day, Mio leaves an incest-themed video game in Basara's sleep as Maria crawls into his bed as an act of service. She calls her brother a pervert and kicks him again. He tries to explain himself, but she walks out of his room. He recalls his father's conversation about wanting him to protect his sisters. Later, he meets Maria in the kitchen, who reveals that she had put the video game in his room. He is pissed off at his 2 sisters. After breakfast, they took their first family photo together in front of their house. Mio and Basara go to the grocery shop, where Mio is waiting for him when a group of thugs arrives and starts harassing her. Basara arrives and deals with them. After that, Basara brings her to a spot overlooking the city on his bicycle. She apologizes to him on the way. She finds the place very pretty. He tells her the story of when his father first brought him here to show him the location of their house. He wants them to work together and help each other as they live together. Mio expresses her appreciation for Basara as her new older brother. At night, Basara finds out that his father is going abroad, leaving 2 sisters as his responsibility. He asks Basara to protect his sisters when he is not around and to take care of the house. As the father leaves, the lights in the house are turned off. Maria and Mio show strange behavior and order Basara to leave his house. Mio pushes him against the wall with magic, which surprises him. The girls introduce themselves as demons. Their clothing changes into strange monster-like shapes. Mio is the heir to the title of Demon Lord, and they are enemies of heroes. They want to convert this house into a demon base. It is also revealed that his father has not married, and the girls altered his memories. However, after meeting the true identity of his sister, Basara reveals himself as a member of the hero clan and resists their attacks. He drives Maria and Mio away from his house because they tricked his father. He calls his father to reveal the true identity of the girls but finds out that his father already knows about them. Mio is the daughter of Demon Lord Wilbert, who sent his daughter into the human world to grow as she was in danger in the demon's world. Basara soon receives word from Jin that Mio is in danger from the current Demon Lord's ploy to take Mio's inherited strength from her late father, Wilbert. The girls go to the same place where Basara took Mio some days ago. They have to find another base as they cannot live with the hero. Suddenly, they encounter magic creatures. Maria and Mio fight off evil forces until Mio is thrown off. Basara saves Mio from falling to her death, and he states he came back for his family as he shows their family photograph. Basara saves the girls and takes them back home. Maria asks Basara about taking them back. He informs her about the situation they are in, which he heard about from his father. The girls find out that Jin-sen knows about them. He tells them that he will protect them like his father. Mio recalls the previous day's fight while taking a bath and how Basara saved them. She believes she is not a good girl. Basara knocks on the door and apologizes to her for getting mad. He calls them a family, which surprises the girls. Basara prints the family photo and provides it to both girls. Maria wants Mio to consider Jin and Basara as her family because she needs an ally for her protection at this time. Maria wants Basara and Mio to perform a master-servant magical pact. Basara is not willing to do that, but Maria thinks it's a mere formality and tells them that they'll be connected through the pact, allowing them to sense each other. This is a good way to protect Mio-sama when she gets into trouble. Basara says GPS on a phone is better than a pact. Maria tries everything to convince him to make a pact with Mio. The pact can be signed on a full moon night, and today the moon is full. She wants them to take the chance. Mio is fine with it. They sign the pact under Maria's supervision, whereas Maria mistakenly designates Basara as the master and Mio as his servant. There is a specific sign that appears on Basara's hand. Mio scolds Maria for changing their designations, and she is not willing to become his slave. The sign is about to disappear when Maria forces Mio to kiss his hand. As Mio refuses to perform the kiss of loyalty upon Basara's hand, she falls under an aphrodisiac curse, causing Basara to relieve Mio by caressing her weak spots, and later resulting in Maria being chastised by Mio. The school summer break ended, and Basara and his 2 sisters went to school the next day. Basara is transferred to his sister's school by his father. After arriving at school, Mio warns Basara not to cling to her at school. Basara also tells her that he does not want others to find out about them. He then meets Sakazaki, who is in charge of his class. He introduces himself to the class. Mio is also in the same class. After transferring to Mio's school, Yuki Nanaka, Basara's childhood friend, reunites with Basara by embracing him in front of Mio and his new class, which shocks everyone. Mio gets angry at the closeness of the two and yells at Yuki. Yuki tries to stop her, which causes further uproar as Mio reveals she lives together with Basara under one roof. The class is surprised at her revelation. He is upset about being isolated on his first day of school. When he tries to talk with Mio, she taunts him. While being the target of resentment by the school for his intimate relationship with both Mio and Yuki, Basara is befriended by Yahiro Takagawa. They go to the roof of the school building and eat their lunch together. He informs him that the two girls close to Basara are the idols of this school. After class dismissal, Basara follows Mio to go home together. Mio is pissed at him. Maria arrives on their way and asks Basara about his first day of school, and he replies that a lot happened today. Basara was about to talk to Mio when Yuki arrived and called him. She wants to discuss something important with him in private. They go to the nearby cafe to discuss the matter. She discloses to Basara that she will not get involved with Mio, knowing that Yuki is an observer of Mio instead of the hero clan. Basara explains Mio's background to Yuki and how he is intent on protecting her. Basara tells her that Mio is innocent and just wants to live her life as a normal girl. Basara does not have the power he used to. Yuki bluntly warns Basara to stay away from Mio. It is revealed that Yuki is Jin's contact with the new high school that Basara had transferred to. They talk about the things that happened 5 years ago. She tells him that he was the one who saved them. Maria eavesdrops on the private conversation. She tries to convince Mio that it is okay that Basara has a friendship with Yuki. They should not make her an enemy as they need allies at this time. Mio's concern for Basara turns into jealousy towards Yuki, activating the master-servant curse and forcing her to get aroused. Mio does not listen to Maria on their way home. She is concerned about Basara's closeness with Yuki and worried about losing him. The demons appear when Yuki and Basara get out of the cafe, but Yuki turns into the hero and kills them, protecting Basara. Maria arranges mixed bathing for her, Mio and Basara to build trust among each other. Maria decides to bring a slice of cake into the bath, but it slips off Basara's arm. Later, Basara stands up but collapses from a nosebleed. The next day at school, the teacher calls Yuki and Basara to the staff room. The teachers want their help organizing summer break assignments. She wants Mio to go home with Maria, but she wants to wait for him. Yuki is willing to do the assignment work alone as she is the representative of the class, but Basara wants to help her as this is the order of the teacher. Mio again worries about his relationship with Basara and Mio's curse much to her exhaustion. Basara wants her to control herself, as others will find out. Suddenly, she collapses, and Basara takes her to the medical center at school. At the infirmary, Basara watches over Mio as the school nurse, Chisato Hasegawa, tells him that Mio has a fever and will be fine with a bit of rest. She talks to him about his transfer and turning all the boys at school into enemies, but Basara clarifies that he has not done this intentionally. She then advises Basara to carefully choose his companions while considering who his enemies are. Mio wakes up and stops Basara from leaving, so he decides to stay with her. She informs Takagawa to handle the classwork as he is not able to return. Basara buys a bottle of water when Takagawa arrives. He shows his worries for Mio and asks him about her health. Basara was about to head back to Mio when the lights go out. After a sudden blackout, stray demons attracted to Mio's immense strength breach the school. Yuki arrives at the medical center and confronts Mio, demanding that she stay away from Basara, stating that Mio will only bring harm to him. As Mio and Yuki clash, Yuki tells Mio that Basara is not powerful enough to protect her due to an incident from 5 years ago, which continues to haunt Basara. Basara arrives at the room, but Mio is not on the bed. He starts searching for her and arrives at the top of the building to stop Yuki and Mio's fight, until a stranger, who is responsible for sending the demons that attempt to harm Mio but are constantly thwarted by Basara and Maria, appears. The stranger apprises Mio that if she becomes too much of a threat to her surroundings, the hero clan is bound to label her as a target of observation and elimination, leading to Yuki's actions. A dark figure then appears behind Mio, resulting in Basara protecting her from him. If you like this recap, please leave a like and timestamp in the comments section of your favorite part. The next few episodes will be out in the coming future. Thanks for your support and have a great day.